Hello, and welcome back to I Am Me, your favorite game that we play, the game of I being he. It's the TheGoldenFool, Garrett, or whatever you want to call me, and we're playing some more Isaac. So let's go ahead and get started. I am almost a third of the way to the Eden coins that I have on my other profile. How many Eden coins do I even have on my other profile? By the way, I'm experiencing... Oh, wow. I'm a little less than halfway. I'm experiencing a weird bug on my main profile where I cannot continue games. So, I'm going to have to figure out what the hell's going on with that. Let's play Judas. I think that we did a semi-dangerous run last time with Eve. And the longer the streak goes, the more I'm going to need practice with playing dangerous characters anyways. So I'm playing basically a pseudo keeper by playing Judas, 2 hits in 1 room, and God, that almost tripped me up. Tooth and nail is gonna really help me out here. So hey, how's it going? It's about that time where I ask you again, how you doing? Are you feeling fine? Are you my friend? How you screwing? Are you on Vine? Are you a trend? How you moving? On the floor? On a bench? Probably not the best usage of Book of Belial, but I wasn't thinking when I was freestyling, so that's how it goes. You gotta give up some things in life to be able to do other things that you're interested in. This boss really fucking scares me right now. Holy fuck, we've gotten so lucky like 12 times in a row. This is a bit much, don't you think? Okay. I have been doing exceptionally okay. It's been kind of a weird day, honestly. So let's pick up where we left off on the last episode with the Yu-Gi-Oh saga. So, and I guess I'm treating these videos as semi-blogs or vlogs at this point. But in cool little, you know, maybe someday I can look back on these videos and think, hey, that's where I was at this point in my life. Although it's kind of weird to watch my own videos. I do it sometimes, but it is kind of a weird thing to do, right? I'm sure a lot of content creators end up doing that. I don't know about my reflection right now. And it feels like almost conceited to like go and watch your own content. But it's also, I think, a kind of a healthy way to check and see how you're doing and like check in on yourself in terms of like what you can improve. Is there a cat in here? No, there's not. Just my schizophrenia again. I almost said mental illness is a joke. What a terrible thing to have almost said for a man who's trying to become a therapist somewhat. Hey, have I mentioned that I'm trying to become a therapist somewhat? But yeah, today's been kind of weird, right? Maybe not for you, because you weren't me or in my body and or mind, or my shoes, which I bleached. I bleached my own shoes the other day, and I think they look pretty nice. So maybe I'll post that on my ever so popular Twinstagrammer. Can you watch your Twinstagrammer when you're talking to me, please? That is, you know what? This is going to be so worth it. They're making us jump through a few hoops for it, so I mean, how could it not be worth it? Double. You ever get the feeling, and this is going to seem like super real out of nowhere, and this isn't meant to be disrespectful or mean to anybody, because I don't think anybody had like done anything in particular to make me say what I'm about to say, and I was pretty sure it was a gamers in this room. But you ever get the feeling that you're like... You ever get the feeling that you're like sadder around your friends than you would be normally? And I know that's like super real, right? But I don't know. Sometimes I hang out with my friends and I walk away really happy, like glad that I had social interaction. And sometimes I walk away really sad. And I would say that 9 times out of 10 that I walk away sad for... Well, that's one way to handle the floor. 9 times that I walk away sad, out of 10, that is... it's usually because of just a lot of social interaction and being part of a big group. And I don't know. I was kind of thinking about that today while I was kind of in a larger group of friends. And don't worry, we'll get back to the Yu-Gi-Oh arc. But kind of in a larger group of friends today. I love my friends a lot. Who, typically, who doesn't love their friends? I guess there's a ton of people. But would you even consider those friends? I guess it depends, right? But I don't know. I was sitting there thinking, like, why do I feel down when I'm with my friends? I'm like playing board games and stuff. And of course, there's like external factors. But on the car ride home, my friend was just kind of like, man, I feel so good right now. I think I should hang out with friends more often. And it was just like the total opposite for me. I just wanted to go home and play some Master Duel and try to get some good sleep before I have to go to work tomorrow. And maybe that speaks to my more introverted side. Oh yeah, I guess we didn't end up taking my reflection. Yo, Rosary having a tears up now is insane, especially for Judas. But like, I was just like, wow. I mean, I'm glad that did that for you. But and I didn't vocalize this because I was just kind of burnt out, I guess. But I was just like, I just want to go home and make noise whatsoever. To be honest with you, I wasn't super convinced that I wanted to record Isaac today. Mostly because I was worried that my secret room finding skills would completely falter, and it seems that my premonition has come true a little bit. But I don't know. Now that I'm kind of like post-processing this out loud here in a long-term video form, perhaps it's just the good old social battery, And I didn't understand this about myself for a long time, and I think that, some people still don't understand this about me, or accept this about me, but I don't do well in long periods with large groups, even if it's like the best friends of my life. I just I don't clam up, but I just kind of like, I have just simply put, a social battery, and when it runs out, it runs out, and it brings me down to a mood state where I don't know what this emotion is, but where I just want to sleep and kind of reset. And I get that way a lot with other things too. Like when I get headaches and such, I usually just want to go to sleep. I don't know. Maybe just a weird, quirky thing about me. I am a quirky gamer boy after all. But either way, it used to be something that I was really ashamed of and really worried about. Like I would be like, why do I not enjoy socializing in large groups like other people do? Why do I not enjoy going to parties and hanging out among mass groups of people? And I don't know what that is, It's probably something that's probably better to process with like a therapist than a YouTube video. But I think that there's, especially for me, a good amount of power and, usefulness in just processing my inward thoughts outwardly and kind of seeing where they take us. That is Plank, which is super cool. You guys remember 2010? I remember planking. We're gonna bomb. And again, it's not something that I feel bad about anymore, and I hope that none of my friends hear this and think that they did anything wrong or that I didn't enjoy my time, because I totally did. I think it's maybe I was just out of the house too much, and this week was just super busy and just go. That's kind of how my life has been lately. And sometimes that's good, to stay busy and stay focused on some things, but sometimes it's bad, Sometimes I feel like I just need a healthy mix of being able to go and accomplish stuff and feel good about myself, but at the same time being able to come home and take a breath, relax, and just do exactly what I want for the time being. And for a lot of people, that is not an opportunity you really get often, to share those things. A lot of people are way too busy all the time and have to be on that grind all the time just to fucking put food in their mouth. And other people, they're locked into maybe a depressive cycle where they don't do a lot. And I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been in the column where I've kind of laid around for days, weeks, months on end and not done really anything with my time. And then times like now where I'm doing just a lot. And in both situations I've found myself feeling down to a considerable degree and up to a considerable degree. So just, I don't know, chalk it up to human nature, you know? There's no one solution that is going to work all the time, every time. I don't know, there's also something to be said about appreciating when those good moments do come and understanding when those bad moments do come as well. I didn't think that I was going to get into that kind of thing today, but it's fun, right? To like open up and kind of process yourself, whether it's live in front of a video camera while playing your favorite video game, or with a therapist, with a friend, by yourself, in a journal, you know. I'd consider it to be healthy. I don't know. I do think that I'm probably too open sometimes about myself and my location. For instance, my address has a 1 in it. So there you go. We're going to get you all that personal information once in a while. You just got to keep coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Also, I've started seeing new therapists Wednesdays. That's Bookworm. That's nice. And that's been going pretty well, too. She's a nice lady. And I am accomplishing good things with my life, I think, you know? I swear we're going to get back to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc, but I've just got, I don't know, some thoughts, some things. But, you know, I do appreciate where I am in my life right now. I finally decided a couple years ago to go back to school and actually try to get a degree. Not that, you know, that's a thing that literally everybody needs to do, but for the specific profession that I wanted to do, and want to do, it is quite mandatory. But I'm about two or three semesters, a total of 40 hours away from finally getting that degree, which is something that I never thought would happen. For years, I thought I was just too stupid to make it happen, and then I thought I was too lazy, and then I just decided to try to go for it. And you know, it's not as easy as that. I don't want to make it seem like, you know, one day I just woke up and decided to do it, because I think that can kind of downplay what it's like to have mental illness to some people, you know? I don't want to try to represent and be like, oh, all you have to do is just fucking get up and do it, because it's not always that easy, you know? It's almost never that easy. But I can at least say that I'm proud of myself that I have actually put in the time and dedication to actually go in and put the work in that I have. So I guess a little pat on the back for that. I have 2 awesome cats that I love coming home to. I've been out of town, well, out of my town for maybe around 48 hours. Might as well check on what's in here. Yeah, we'll take Ocular Rift. That's decent. I've been out of town for a few days, and when I came home, I could tell that they had missed me. You know, there's nothing quite like opening the door and then the two little animals that cannot, on a verbal level, communicate with you, or, you know, on most levels communicate with you. But you know, you show up at the door and they walk in, and I go, we got a little ritual where I'll go, well, how you doing, ladies? And they'll go, meow. You know, like they kind of freak out sometimes, and it's kind of one of the best parts of my life. I open my door, one of them runs into my gamer chair, because she's a little gamer kitty, and the other one just tries to get as close to me as possible. I just kind of took a shower and unwound from what was effectively my weekend. I work on weekends. Just kind of hung out with my cats. One of them was on me. The other one prefers to be a little distant, but within eyesight, you know? Sometimes she prefers pets, but most of the time she'd just be chilling, doing her own thing, which involves very loud licking a lot of the time. And that was nice. It was nice to come and decompress in that way, you know? And there was a lot of time where I was just sitting in bed like, man, I don't want to do this Yu-Gi-Oh video, or I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. A friend said that to me today. I don't want to do this Isaac video, but then I kind of thought about it, and I was just like, I like looking at them. I like seeing that they're up, you know? It feels nice to just kind of have a small creative outlet and creative endeavor to do so. So I think you'll probably see a lot of different states of me throughout these videos. For instance, you can probably tell in this one I'm not in kind of my typical gamer mood. I'm just kind of I don't know what to call this, but now I'm a little self-conscious about it. Do you ever get into a conversation with somebody and things are going really well conversationally already? I'm gonna go ahead and put my hand down, but you get into a conversation with somebody, things are going really well, and then you notice that you're making good eye contact with the person, and that thought makes you think about your eye contact a little bit too much, and you start overthinking it and start making weird eye contact, and you just are like, man, I need to get out of this conversation as soon as possible. Am I being weird? Am I flapping my eyelids weirdly? I used to think that I blonked weirdly for the longest time. Maybe I do, you know? I used to think back in like 8th grade, like, oh man, everybody's watching how hard I shut my eyelids when I close my eyes, and maybe they did, you know. 7th graders are brutal. But I had the eye contact thing happen to me. That's a bad room in terms of damage. I had the eye contact thing happen to me twice this weekend, both times with the same guy, the shopkeeper of the place where I did my Yu-Gi-Oh tournament this weekend. It's kind of funny, right? We are not taking this. This run is not amazing, but it's good enough to maybe make it, and I don't want to jeopardize that. You'll probably see Chipper Garrett and you know, many a variety of Garrett through these videos if I continue to do them, but we will see over time. One thing is consistent through all phases and stages and walks of life, and that's hort. Whenever I'm freaking out. Still not taking pills. Alright, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what you've been waiting on this whole time. At my Yu-Gi-Oh tournament on Thursday night, which was an incredible day, by the way. Getting off school and realizing that it was finally time to go and just play Yu-Gi-Oh, which I know sounds so silly, but you know, there's something about sharing a hobby with people and getting to go do it. That's really exciting. Especially since the locals that I'm at is a relatively new scene. But yeah, just getting off work, and my roommate Nick told me that he actually was going to come with me. You know, we kind of like worked out a deck for him real quick and got everything figured out, and he ended up coming with me, which made it really fun. After 3 continuous games back to back, I did not have a bye, which is a bye in a tournament, if you don't know, is where there aren't enough people to have an even number of games, so you know, sometimes people have to sit out. I didn't have any buys. I don't really see how I was supposed to avoid taking damage in that, but you know, there's probably an out somewhere. Got 3rd place, which I'm pretty happy with. Now let's take that, rewind that back. Ursher got the music, make your booty go smack. There were 5 people who played in the tournament. But hey, man, directly in the middle, directly in the middle, I feel pretty good about it. I think I did a good job. I really felt like I had not like this. This isn't how we lose the streak. I'm telling you right now, you gotta hold on to what we got. It does not make a difference whether we make it or snot. Oh my god, we got each other, and that's a lot for sus. I really felt like some of those games I really worked for and ground out. You know, one of them went to time, and I was lucky enough that when it went to time, I have to do it, that the power went out, so the timer actually didn't keep ticking, like a Chinese chicken, which was super lucky because I don't know how we even would have worked that out. But either way, we got to grind that out, and that was really fun. It was some of the most engaging like time I've spent with the game. I mean, the dude that I was you know, playing against, I struggled to say the dude I was dueling, but I mean, that's what it's called. He was just like, dude, that was one of the most engaging games I've had in a long time. And I was like, dude, I agree, that was so much fun. And you know, I met a cool guy, and hope to see him again at the next locals. He said he's pretty consistent, so that's going to be exciting if that's the case, to get to go hang out with him and play some more Yu-Gi-Oh with him. But yeah, I felt like I kind of earned the place that I was in. I've definitely got some things that I feel like I could change up, mainly needing to spend more money to buy better cards, which sucks. But hey, that's the hobby. I mean, that's a lot of hobbies, right? Like spending more money to get more enjoyment out of it. Who knows? I can't speak for all hobbies, but either way, I really enjoyed it. There were definitely some times where I didn't really know what I was doing, and I kind of had to test the boundaries of what was socially acceptable. For instance, this dude, my roommate was playing a deck that I let him borrow called Prank Kids, right? And it's a fun deck, but we were missing an essential card called Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo, which is a cat. It's a great card, but I didn't have a copy. And I went to the shop owner and said, hey man, do you have a Meow Meow Moo? And he was just like, oh, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, a Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo? And he was just, of course I wasn't like actually embarrassed about it, but he was just like, man, you're gonna have to speak up or spell it out because I do not understand what you're saying. I'm like, do you have a Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo? As much as I don't want to say that to you, I've said it 3 times now. Please, do you have one? He was like, no, I don't. So then I had to go walk around the store and ask other individuals who were there for the tournament, like, hey man, you got a Meow Meow Moo? Which is fairly typical for locals to be like, yo, you got the specific card, I'm looking for it. But that was crazy. So no big deal. And turns out somebody did have one, and I actually got to trade for it. But by trade, I mean I sent them money via the Cash App, which is like Venmo if you don't have Cash App. Mr. Nate. And I was like, immediately afterwards, I was just like, I kind of feel like that's something I'm not supposed to do, right? Like if I'm at a card shop, should I not be trading? Or it feels almost like something felt weird about it. I feel like I've heard that it's kind of like not good practice or good manners to like offer money in the card shop. So after the transaction, the dude was super nice about it. I was just like, hey, so is that a weird thing to do? Like, should I be exclusively trading or like buying from a shop? Because I know trading is encouraged amongst players. It's a trading card game, but like sales and stuff. And he was just like, realistically, nobody cares. But in the old shop that I used to play in, it was a bannable offense for whatever reason. I couldn't explain to you exactly why, but I can get why there would be something wrong with it. I can't explain it myself, which is how a lot of my understanding of the world goes. I vaguely understand it, but I could not explain it to you, which, to some people, they would say that means I don't understand it, and to which that I say, that's fair. But yeah, he was just like, I wouldn't like go around announcing that you're like trying to buy cards, but like he was like, if you just needed a card and you just wanted to throw somebody some bones for it, go for it, man. And I was like, okay, cool. And that and learning general things about the game, and I don't know, it was a cool experience, a little socially nerve-wracking. Felt like there was a dude there who definitely didn't like me, and he smashed my ass in the last match. I won 2 of the 3 games that I played, but the one game that I lost, I really lost. He was confident. He said poggers a lot, so that was cool. And those are the kind of people that I typically feel like I want to impress for whatever reason, when I'm like, oh, this guy's cool and he knows what he's doing. And if they say poggers, oh man, it's game over for me. No, but like in all realism, like he was a nice enough guy. He kind of helped me, gave me some advice for my deck, and it was kind of social. We looked at each other's trades and stuff like that, and went about our merry way, like two nerdy ships passing in the night. I don't know. It was a really fun experience, and I'm really glad I got to go. And I'm sure I'm getting a lot of looks, and well, maybe not looks, but a lot of people probably think this whole thing is weird, right? Because it's just like, it's a trading card game. But I mean, it's a hobby, just like anything else, and it's an excuse to go out and meet people who are interested in similar things to you, and explore what it's all about. Get to test out your deck that you designed all by yourself, and even though it might not be a top tier crazy meta deck, like you can have some fun trying to push against the meta and explore things and make your deck do things that people might not expect it to be able to do. To me, that's really fun. And it's a pretty, I used it in the previous room. All right, well, that was a misplay and a half, which is also what my night was like. But yeah, I'm probably gonna start going every Thursday-ish. So we'll see. You know, maybe I'll improve over time and get some better cards and learn some better strategies, and who knows, maybe I'll walk away topping my first locals. Maybe someday I'll walk away from that and get to do better in a regionals, and then maybe I'll top my first regionals. But, you know, that's all on down the road. For right now, I just want to have fun and kind of explore some stuff. It's cool to be part of a group of people who seem to be getting together for the first time. Like I said, it's a new scene, so knowing that they kind of just started this and I get to be a part of it is pretty cool. They've been going since like early January, and I hope to keep participating in it. As far as the Joe's Computer Saga goes, I've not heard anything from Joe. He is unconfirmed as to whether he's even alive at this point. Realistically, I'm sure he's just a busy guy, but I'm really hoping that he is putting in the time with my computer that I need him to, because I would very much like to be back in a recording scenario where I don't have to plug. I take my laptop everywhere I go just for entertainment and, you know, whatever. I might do school or something like that, some homework or something. And having to come back in and untangle all these cords and replug everything back in. You know, I used to have a system when I was relying exclusively on my laptop that I would just come home and I would have like 2 cords to plug in and I was good to go. They were all connected to like USB hubs and stuff. It wasn't optimal, but it worked for the situation that I was in. But since it's kind of just like a placeholder and I don't know how long, I'm hoping that it won't be that long. But I haven't really set up like a definitive thing, and that kind of clutter really gets to me for whatever reason. Oh shit, I really wanted to play him. Oh, we're at Mom's Heart, holy shit. So hopefully we'll hear more about the Joe's Computer Saga by the time I see you guys again on Monday. So we'll have a relatively regular cycle of you know, updates on the tournaments on Fridays most likely, and other exciting parts of my life. So this is going to turn into it's not really a vlog, it's just kind of me open head talking. I guess it's fun practice for socialization and practice for what the hell I'm going to talk to my therapist about next week. You know, it's kind of what I do when I see her, is I kind of just spout it out, anything that comes to mind, and sometimes it's healthy for me. Let's actually watch one of these endings for the first time. Yeah, this is win number 8? No, we have 6 set Eden tokens, so this is win number 7 out of 13. God, we still have so many left to go. Oh, good. Experimental treatment has been added to the basement. You have a hot streak of 8, which is nice. 8 videos in the bank. This was a chill video, and I'm glad that I got to do it and play my favorite game and hang out with some cool people. So, I hope you enjoyed the content. As always, next time we'll play. Maybe we'll do an Eden run. That could be funky kooky, right? I don't know. We could just Azazel and go knock out a ton of runs. We also have challenges to get to, but we'll worry about all that in the future. I'm going to go play some Yu-Gi-Oh! And get ready for my first 12-hour shift tomorrow. Yeah, so everybody have a great night. I've been TheGoldenFool, Garrett, or whatever you want to call me. Thanks for hanging around, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Good night.